is your host, Hollie, and it's time for a little teaser talk.
What is going on, everyone? Happy Teaser Talk Tuesday. And for today, it's going to be Happy Sad Emo Tuesday because I'm super excited about today's guest. Welcome to the show, Sean Fitz. How are you, sir?
Good. Doing great.
Fabulous. Yeah, I'm super excited to talk with you because we connected on Instagram. So yeah, I was super excited because there's two things I noticed on your IG. I know I feel so old even fucking saying that. I feel like I should just say Instagram, but whatever. But emo, obviously, like I love all genres within the rock space, but emo has a special place in my heart. So I saw that. And then also like you don't suck. Like you sound good. So I was like, fuck yeah, let's do this.
Wow. I don't suck. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for keeping emo alive and not sucking. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
World. Well, let's talk about it because we have mutual friends too. So that's kind of cool to kind of see that overlap. And we were in the same places at the same times in different countries, and we didn't even realize it. But let's start from the top and let's talk about you first. And I want to hear your story. Like, what got you into music? Was there like a defining moment and you realized that this was your path?
Yeah. I guess I started playing music really young. My parents tried to put me in like piano lessons super young to see if I was like Beethoven, but didn't really stick.
Sorry, mom and dad.
But I started playing guitar when I was like about 10 years old and kind of enjoyed it. It was just a good outlet for me. But I guess I really didn't start getting into I can do this for a living and do this as like my career until like the Guitar Hero games came out, and it kind of opened my eyes to like all these different bands and like rock subgenres of rock. It wasn't just like classic rock that my parents listened to, and it's kind of what opened my horizons to that kind of world.
Very cool. Actually Garage, like Hero or whatever, it did like the opposite for me. I was like, I'm not fucking musically talented. This is not the life for me. I guess I'll start a podcast. But anyways, that's awesome. So, I'm curious, like growing up, obviously you're going to have some of those influences, whether you wanted to or not, by having that, listening to that music and having that involvement with like classical music and stuff. How the heck did you get into emo? How did you discover that? I always love a good emo, like finding story.
I don't know, like, I guess that those games like kind of introduced me to like other smaller bands, and then I kind of found Warped Tour through it.
Yep.
And then went to a few of those, and I don't know. I just kind of like I've always liked emo music. I played in a bunch of metalcore bands and rock bands, and what I kind of wanted to do for my own solo music was always like the emo stuff. So now it's being released and
it's coming real. I love that. So it's not necessarily that you got into it. It's just you've always been emo. It's just
I've always liked it. I think I kind of fell a little young to the first emo wave, and now it's definitely getting a resurgence and coming back.
Yeah, what's funny is like, I'm going to show my age here, but I was like around it whenever like I feel like it became so like think of early 2000s, right? Like My Chemical Romance, Taking Back Sunday, The Used, all those guys were really, kissing boys, and it was just like this hot thing, and whatever. At least it was for us emo kids. But I'm curious. So, who is your favorite emo band?
Favorite emo band is probably Taking Back Sunday.
Okay, I'm not going to judge you in a bad way there. I can get behind that. They're definitely top 5 for me. So, it's just a cool. I don't know. Like, it's funny because some people either they hate it or they love it. They're like, oh, it's so whiny. I'm like, you're just not attuned to your emotions. You're fine.
Yeah.
That's funny. So, talking about that, Taking Back Sunday, would you say that listening to any of those OG bands in the emo space, or even new too, because I love to see that, it's coming back, if you will, would you say that any of those musicians or any of those styles shaped how you are as an artist and how you like write music or how you perform or anything like that?
Yeah, I think like especially Taking Back Sunday, just listening to those, I like kind of fell back in love with that band again last year, and listened to those two albums over and over like the whole year, and it really shaped when I was going into the studio working on. I'm like gearing up to release an album sometime in April,
Yes.
and it really influenced that new record that I've been working on just by listening to these bands and kind of finding them again.
Well, you better not disappoint me because that makes me super excited to hear the great. I love that. So yeah, we're definitely going to dive into your new music, but I'm going to make sure these listeners stay on and, I can't give it all away because then they're like, okay, cool. I came what I wanted for. Now I got to bounce. So you guys hang in there if you guys want to hear some teasers and some cool things coming up from Sean. But until then, let's keep going with the chitter chatter. So like I said, the beginning of the show, we have a lot of overlapping like friendships and commonalities and stuff like that. And I'm like, how the heck did we not cross paths before? Because literally we were on the same boat for 6 freaking days. So, I mean, there's might have been a chance where I saw you, but Tequila Hollie didn't comprehend.
Oh yeah, I was a mess that whole week.
Yeah, there was like I think there might have been like, I don't think there's never a day that I didn't drink, but there was a couple of days where I was like, all right, let's make sure we have a little bit more water intake today.
Yeah, totally.
So what's your favorite moment from Shiprock?
Favorite Shiprock moment? I really enjoyed seeing my buddy Ricky Armelino. He's got his new band Hawk.
Yep.
I enjoyed getting to see them live finally, since they live on the other side of the country than I do and haven't toured over here. So getting to see them a couple times was really sick. I thought that hanging out on the beach that last day was perfect way to kind of end the whole vacation. Trey's always fun to see. I've probably seen that band like 40 times. But
I know we were talking about this before we hit record. Your episode's actually gonna bump up over those. So sorry.
Crazy.
Because time sensitive things,
Yeah.
announcements we want to push out before. So yeah, there it is. But yeah, I'm with you on that. Like the beach was really fun. Honestly, like the destinations, I love St. Thomas. It's literally my favorite place on the planet. But I think I had more fun on the ship. I'm not gonna lie. Versus like the destinations, it's great there, but like put me on a cruise with 3,000 people who are just like me and let's party.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun just hanging out every night in the casino bar. And
oh my gosh, that was where I was at. I swear.
I know we definitely crossed paths.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look at my pictures and like, where's Waldo? I'm like, Sean's here somewhere. Where is he? I'm like zooming on all my little faces because we had a lot of shenanigans in the casino. My friends with Hollywood and Dead. So I was hanging out with Jarrell and his fiance and all those guys. And there was one night there that King Dom, he made this love connection on the ship. And yeah, so but then he lost her, like, because they had to go do something, like I think they were doing the cornhole tournament or something, so they had to like take him away. Well, he didn't have he didn't have like Wi-Fi on his phone. So me and my friend Ashley were like, I would say we made it our mission, but we failed to try to like reconnect them. And yeah, he was all about her. So hopefully, they met up and then they invite me to their wedding.
Yeah, I hadn't met any of those guys before, but they were all cool people. I definitely listened to them growing up.
Oh no, for sure, right? Like I remember like MySpace days.
Yeah.
The golden days back when you had a top 8, you didn't have to worry about.
I had Hollywood Undead on my Zune.
On your what? What is this?
There's like an MP3 player.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was thinking it was a social media platform. I'm like, oh my gosh, did I miss out on something epic? No. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And I think it's just an anthem. It's just good party, fun music. So yeah, that was always cool. Like, seeing those guys and hanging out with them, that was a blast. Then also meeting some other people too, and catching up with some people I've interviewed previously. All that stuff. So yeah, Shiprock 2026. Are you in or are you out?
I don't know. I think I'll decide in December. This was my 3rd Shiprock.
Oh, okay. So it
And
wasn't your first. Got it.
no, and I think that I'll decide around December. It really
Okay.
just depends on like touring schedules and stuff
Yeah.
like that. This last year was kind of slow, so I was like, I'll just do it again. But
Yeah.
I would say that this was probably the funnest Shiprock that I've been on this
Duh, because I
past
was on
year.
there, even though you didn't know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, no, it was
People
my
were
first one. I
great. The
loved it.
bands were good.
Mhm.
Everything was good about it.
But did you hear about the starfish?
No,
What?
starfish.
Yes, that was like the whole that was the whole incident that was like everyone was talking about.
Oh, is that like someone shit in a pool or something?
No, 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 that's what
Oh,
you assume, right?
oh,
So let me make a very quick story out of it. It actually is a quick
yeah,
story, but when I tell
yeah,
this
yeah,
story, I always like hype it up so much, and people are like this
yeah.
is
Hype it up.
the point. Like, no. But we were getting late night pizza, and it was like me, my friend Ashley, and a couple of guys from one of the bands we're hanging out with, and we look over, and the hot tub, and this is like day 2 or 3, the hot
Hmm.
tub is like drained. And I'm
Hmm.
like, this is suspicious. Why is this drained? Like
Like in the back.
yeah, the back of the ship. Yeah, the hot tub
Okay.
drained. Like one of the hot tubs were because there's the two on the top. I think there's two.
Yeah, yeah.
There's whatever. Anyways, the one closest to the pizza thing was getting drained, and I was like, this doesn't make sense. Clearly something happened. And one of our friends that were hanging out with, he went up there and was like, so what's going on here? Did someone He said number 2, but like, and of course, I don't know. I try to be lady sometimes, but essentially asked if someone went number 2 in there, and the guy was like, oh no, it's maintenance. I'm like, bullshit. Like, no one's gonna drain. Like, it doesn't even make sense. No one's gonna drain a pool on day 2 or a hot tub on day 2 whenever you're in a cruise in the middle of the ocean.
Right. Yeah.
Logistically, this does not make sense. Shouldn't you've done that like 3 days ago before we set off? Anyways, so we're always like, we had our speculation that somebody used the restroom in it or something went down. When we were interviewing Trey from POD,
Hmm.
I asked the question, something along the lines of like, hey, if you were to sum up Shiprock experience, what would you say in like 2-3 words and would it make a good album cover or like an album's title? And he like kind of paused for a second. He was like, and then he said his answer. And then after the camera was off, he was like, I was gonna say starfish. And I was like, okay, so I saw like where people were saying starfish, but I didn't know what that meant. I was like, in my head, I'm like, is this some kind of terminology that like young kids use? Like, what does that mean? So let me get to the chase. So we'll go ahead and put a bow in this story. But essentially, I guess this girl allegedly got super drunk, which shocker, and she had a starfish tattoo on her asshole.
Oh, okay.
So she wanted to very much proudly show everyone that I guess were participants in the hot tub at that moment in time. She said, "Hey, look at my tattoo," and was just spreading them out, like spreading them cheeks out, I guess, or something.
Yeah. That's funny is that what was going on in there?
That's what was going on. So if you ever heard starfish going on, you hear like people
Well,
talking about.
I got a little starfish story of myself
I
then.
love a
From
good
from
starfish
2 years
story.
ago on Shiprock, we were playing. They had this like virtual poker game that you could play
Mm-hmm.
in the casino, and we were playing it one night. And then there was this woman that was on the cruise that showed us all her asshole one night while we were playing poker, and she had a star
No,
on her fucking
I mean
asshole.
it had to be the same lady. I
That's
mean,
what I'm guessing. It's like I think
how
I've met
many
her before.
starfish? You're like, I think I know her. That's funny. Yeah, because how many? I mean,
Yeah,
people put
that's a
together that
pretty
really have them. That's pretty,
yeah,
pretty distinctive.
that's definitely a Shiprock thing for sure.
But you actually laid eyes on.
Not this past year, but yeah, 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
you did. So like she exists.
Yeah,
I
no,
really think I
that's
want to make
totally
it a mission
believable.
to meet her. I don't want to see her asshole, but I'm
You want
like,
to interview her?
I want to have her on the podcast, and we're just gonna talk about fucking starfish. Like we're gonna talk about like how do they mate, how do they die, what do they eat?
So, did somebody shit in the pool?
No, I think they were. So what they were saying is like they had to like sanitize it since like she was like bare assed in there and cheeks apart, like it wasn't sanitary.
Oh,
That's what they were saying. Yeah,
oh,
I'm like, ew, but yeah, but what was? Of course, this is all alleged. This is like I wasn't
oh
there.
yeah. I allegedly
You know what I
saw
mean?
that a few years ago too.
Well,
I don't
no,
want
you
to come
actually did. Okay, you don't come on here lying. I really didn't see her. I'm a little kind of sad, slightly sad I wasn't there for this moment.
Yeah.
That would have been very epic. But anyways, no. But like allegedly what they were saying is like she was, I guess, super belligerent about it and very like aggressive or something. I don't know. But she ended up getting thrown into the jail, like the cruise jail.
Oh,
And
okay.
somebody was saying that, like, when we stopped off in St. Thomas, that she got kicked off the boat and she had to go home or go wherever and just not there. And I'm like, could you imagine though? Like, that's what I was telling, there's this common friends of ours, Alex, when I was interviewing them from Dead, I was like,
Yeah.
could you imagine those, like, you come home and everyone's like, well, shit, how was it? Because everyone's telling everybody. And then you'd be like, well, didn't make it past 3, but I'm epically known on this ship as the girl that showed her asshole. So yeah.
It's quite the way to go out.
I mean, I don't know if it's the way I would want to go out, but it's definitely something that, hell, it's 2 months later and we're still talking about it. So
That's true. It's pretty legendary.
All right, cool. Well, I can talk about that shit for hours. Well, let's get back to the topic at hand, and that's you. So yeah, we have a bunch of common friends, and I was creeping on your Instagram. I'm not going to say IG. Come on, Holly. But anyways, I was creeping on there, and I saw that you had caught some of the leg with my friends, Adelaide's Way and Kingdom Collapse. Was that last year?
Yeah, I played bass for Adelaide's Way last year.
Nice, very cool. Yeah, those guys are super cool. And then Kingdom Collapse, I cannot even with Jonathan, that guy. But
those guys were great.
Yeah, they're good people.
Blast with those dudes.
Yeah, like I think it was in, oh my gosh, it's been years, but I was in Vegas and I went Polly Shore hunting with Andrew from Adelaide's Way, and I was literally in the same room as the weasel. We called it weasel hunting. I was trying to find Polly Shore, and I starved myself all day because this place had such good pizza, and I was so focused on my buzzer that literally Polly Shore. I was like, whenever I was creeping on his Instagram, like the stories, I could see myself in the background, and I'm like, literally my mission at hand, and I got distracted by a damn pizza buzzer. So still on the list of things to do. But anyways, yeah, that's super cool. That's awesome. Yeah, they're great guys. And I think they're coming back. They're touring right now too, but I don't think they're making the Oklahoma City dates. What?
Is that where you're from? Oklahoma City?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's it. So yeah, those guys are coming in tomorrow. So boo for you not being on this part of the tour. However, let's talk about, you mentioned new music. You actually have a new single dropping, and the date of this time of recording is 2 days, but you guys are listening to it. It's already released. So let's talk about your new single.
Out now.
Oh, it's out now?
No, when this comes out.
Oh, it is out. I was going to say, wait a minute.
Not to us right now, but for anybody watching this, it's already
out.
But
right now, for those who are, yeah, okay, there it is. Let's repeat them a little bit more. Perfect. So you guys, make sure you open Spotify, Apple Music, wherever it is that you are listening to your music at, and listen to Fake Relationships. So let's talk about that single. Can you give a little bit of inspiration behind it? Like give us some teasers on it?
Yeah. Fake Relationships is like a song about, it started when I started to write it was about, like you go to a restaurant or you go to a bar or something like that, and you meet like a server or a bartender or something, and they give you like, you instantly have this like connection with them, like you've known this person forever and you're super friendly, and like I don't know, I work as a server, so I have these connections with people all the time, but it's not like you don't have like a real relationship with them.
Whoa, hold on real quick. This describes my relationship. I've recently started, me and my best friend Scotty started with the local chili server girl. We like to enjoy a nice El Presidente margarita.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really our friend. So you're telling me that she's actually not really our friend?
I don't know. You hitting her up after work to go get drinks?
I wasn't planning on it, but fuck, I might now. Now I'm a little insecure. Like, does this mean nothing to you?
It's just like you go through life and you have all these relationships with people, and then I don't know, like the song kind of got deeper as we did different passes through it, and it could be like, sometimes a lot of people go through life with a partner or something, and it's a one-sided relationship. So there's a lyric in it that goes space. Of course I space out every time I get to this part of talking about the song. I just can't be someone's fuck.
It's
So
coming around. It's coming around. I feel it. It's running around the room.
I know my fucking brain turning off. Anyway, yeah, it's about like you have all these people in your life, but they're yeah, my brain just turned off.
It's at the end of the day too. My brain's fucking mush too. But yeah, I'm super excited because I guess it's very applicable. Like I said, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're talking about my new friendship, my new girl that I met at Chili's.
Yeah.
But like, no, it's applicable also too, like you said, just in one-sided relationships and stuff like that. So I'm super excited about that. So let's talk about obviously singles coming out that leads to potentially albums. What other stuff that you got going on after Fake Relationships is released?
Yeah. So this is kind of like the first single coming back around. Last year, beginning of 2024, I released a couple singles and kind of had to put the album on pause for a little bit. There was a bunch of personal stuff going on in my life. So this is kind of like coming full circle and we're getting back in the routine of like releasing music and kind of keeping my eyes on the prize and moving forward with this lifestyle that I want to pursue.
It is such a sad, lonely lifestyle, but the best as an emo kid.
Yeah, no, totally. It's like living up to true emo fashion.
Correct. And it's cold where I'm at, but I literally put on this tank top just for this interview.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah, but then I was like most of the interview it just says still, and I'm like, well, that was a fucking bust. It just says still. I'm like, the opposite of what I am. But yeah, that's awesome. So, like obviously some things coming along the works. You got singles dropping, and just looking ahead. And do you have any big plans for 2025? This is teaser talk, so I like to tease people with some things. Do you have any like tours or anything that people be kind of keeping their eye out for from you?
Well, definitely as far as my music goes, yeah, keep your eyes open. We're going to be having quite a few singles and videos and stuff dropping this year. This has been like my side quest a little bit, like doing the solo music. Like I've been in quite a few rock bands and done touring. I've been all around with other people's music. And this is kind of like the start of, I want to be able to go and do shows with my own music. And hopefully in the next year, we can get some of that going.
That's awesome. Where are you based out of?
I live in Phoenix.
Phoenix. Okay, yeah. So as I say, you're in an area where there's a lot of opportunity to like catch on to like, as far as music stuff that's going on, at least you're not in Oklahoma.
Yeah, Oklahoma is fun though.
You know what? We ain't got much, but we do have fun here.
What's that venue in Oklahoma called?
Oh man, which one?
Diamond?
Yeah, Diamond Ballroom.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually going to the end of this month. Steel Panthers playing.
Okay.
Those are always fun shows to go to. So I'm actually gonna go there. So yeah, there's some shows that's always there. Yeah, it's interesting because like it's either like a lot of my friends either play it like, ooh, let me drop my mic here. A lot of friends either play it like Diamond Ballroom or like 89th Street's pretty interesting one too. That's kind of a cool one. Of course, we have our bigger venues too, like we have Tower Theater and stuff. But yeah, it's good. It's fun.
And yeah, I guess I pulled it up, like circling back to that like lyric that I was like,
do it. Yeah, we got
brain shut off on. I have a lyric on there that's I just can't be someone's second, even if I'm last. And it's kind of that means like to me, if you're in a relationship that's like toxic with someone, or you feel some way about someone that like you're feeling like your relationship's one-sided, you're better off being last than being someone else's second. If that makes sense.
I love that. Yeah, no,
that's what the real like emo lyric.
It's very emo fashion. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. No, but it's so true though. Like, fuck that. I'm never somebody's second. Bye.
Exactly. Cut them out of your life.
Not that type of gal. Yeah. So yeah, that's very cool. I can't wait to listen to it. So of course, you guys are listening in this podcast episode. You guys have already listened to it, hopefully by now, or you're about to.
I sent it to you.
Did you really?
Yeah, I sent it to you on Instagram with my EPK.
Well, son of a bitch. I gotta check my DMs. Like as soon as we hop off of here, I'm gonna listen to it and I might cry a little. And I might, I have no relationship problems, but I might form some imaginary ones in my head.
Yeah, exactly. with the Chili's girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Chili's.
Shout
Oh my
Chili's
God,
girl.
this means nothing to you, does it? What the hell's wrong with this girl? I'm only nice to you because you guys tip decent. Okay, so real quick before we bounce off of here, so you're talking about how you're a server, and you guys have to see so much shit. Like I know, like anytime I come to a restaurant, not that it's a shit show, but it's enough. I'll give you a classic example with the Chili's girl. Like I hadn't been in there in a couple of months, and I walked in, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, aren't you that girl?" Da 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 da. And I was like, "You remember?" So I must have been in like must have left some kind of impression on her with all the El Presidente markers we had. So what's like something crazy that you've experienced? Have you had I always love a good like tea session story.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to be too specific about.
I mean, we can like leave out names or whatever.
No, you know, like honestly, where I work and where I've worked, I've had pretty good interactions with people. Okay. No one's like super outrageous with me.
No one showed you their starfish tattoo or anything?
No, nothing on the regular like that. I think most of the crazy stuff that I've encountered is definitely mostly 90% been on Shiprock. Like out of anything crazy that I've done in life, like most of it has been on Shiprock.
There's some things I think I saw more people's bodies than I saw myself. Like I was like, oh,
absolutely.
Man. how are they staying in that thong string thing you got going on there, sir? So okay, well. I was hoping to end this podcast and like something like, oh man, that's crazy, wild story. But
I know it's not a wild thing.
Pause that, and whenever you come back on the show again, I'm like, okay, so since we've talked, you've gone on tour, you've done this, tell me a crazy story. So that's your homework assignment. Don't let me down.
Absolutely.
All right, well, very cool, Sean. I appreciate you hanging out today, and I'm super excited about your music coming out and everything. For those who are listening in, where's the best place for them to follow you and listen to your music? Yeah,
definitely check out Sean Fitz on Spotify and Apple Music. I also play bass for the band Otherwise out of Las Vegas. So you can check out our music. We also have a single coming out for them on March 8th. So new music all around from these projects. So
love it. Some good St. Patty Days luck vibes.
Absolutely. The Irish are strong this month.
I love it. Well, Sean, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So nice to meet you. And also, This is definitely not going to be the last time we talk. I can't wait to keep up.
We'll circle back for sure.
We'll come back because I usually like to play like games on the show. And I do have a very fun, thrilling game of Emo Jeopardy that I'm definitely going to play with you.
Okay.
You're on. So brush up on your emo. Don't forget your roots. And we're going to dance sometime.
Sounds good.
Awesome. And everyone listening, make sure you go follow Sean, listen to his music, or else you just, suck. So don't do that. Thanks everyone for listening in. And Sean, thanks again. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Teaser Talk. Head over to teasertalk.com to subscribe so you don't miss out on another episode. Until next week, keep rocking.